Keshab arrived with some Brahmo devotees and respectfully saluted the master. He took a seat on Sri Ramakrishna's left, Ram on his right. For some time, a reader recited from the Bhagavad and explained the text. Master to the devotees. It is very difficult to do one's duty in the world. If you whirl round too fast, you feel giddy and faint. But there is no such fear if you hold on to a post. Do your duty, but do not forget God. You may ask, if worldly life is so difficult, then what is the way? The way is constant practice. At Kamarpukur, I have seen the women of carpenter families flattening rice with a husking machine. They are always fearful of the pestles smashing their fingers. And at the same time, they go on nursing their children and bargaining with customers. They say to the customers, "Pay us what you owe before you leave." An immoral woman goes on performing her household duties, but all the time her mind dwells on her sweetheart. But one needs spiritual discipline to acquire such a state of mind. One should pray to God in solitude every now and then. It is possible to perform worldly duties after obtaining love for God. If you try to break a jackfruit, your hands will be smeared with its sticky juice. But that won't happen if beforehand you rub them with oil. The kirtan began. Troilokyo was singing. The master danced, Keshab and the other devotees dancing with him. Though it was winter, the master became hot and perspired. After the music, he wanted something to eat. A plate of sweetmeats was sent from the inner apartments. Keshab held the plate before Sri Ramakrishna, and the master ate. When he had finished, Keshab poured water on his hands and then dried the master's hands and face with a towel. Afterwards, he began to fan the master. Master to Keshab and the other devotees. There are heroes indeed, who can pray to God in the midst of their worldly activities. They are like men who strive for God realization while carrying heavy loads on their heads. Such men are real heroes. You may say that this is extremely difficult. But is there anything, however hard, that cannot be achieved through God's grace? His grace makes even the impossible possible. If a lamp is brought into a room that has been dark 1,000 years, does it illumine the room little by little? The room is lighted all at once. These reassuring words gladdened the hearts of Keshab and the other householder devotees. Keshab, to Rajendra Mitro, the uncle of Ram and Manomohan. Wouldn't it be nice if you could arrange a festival like this at your house one day? Rajendra. Very good. I will. Well, Ram, you will have to take charge of everything. Sri Ramakrishna was asked to go into the inner apartments where Manomohan's mother had prepared his meal. A glass of ice water, of which the master was very fond, was placed near his plate. Keshab and the other devotees sat in the courtyard and were treated to a sumptuous feast. The master joined them and watched them eat. He danced and sang to entertain the guests. When it was time for Sri Ramakrishna to leave for Dakshineshwar, Keshab and the other devotees took the dust of his feet and saw him off in a hired carriage.